Hello and welcome to another episode of How to Play Rimworld with me, Alistair Lindsay. I'm the composer and creator, recording chap of the Rimworld music, which was done here in my studio in lovely Suffolk in England, UK. That's the introduction. Now let's get on with it. So alignment, which is one of the pieces of the royalty add-on pack. Particular favourite of mine actually, because I rather like the riff, which is just as well really, isn't it? So it'd be pointless writing something that you didn't like the riff. Yeah, okay, so technically speaking, this piece was recorded on a Spanish classical guitar. This is not a Spanish classical guitar, this is a Taylor 514 CE, steel strung acoustic guitar, but it really doesn't matter, you can play it on anything you want. The physical technique is kind of the same, but different. I'll pick up the Spanish guitar in a minute and we'll do it on that. But I'm kind of afraid of the Spanish guitar because this is a lot easier to play than that is. Anyway, stop making excuses, for goodness sake, man, and get on with it. Right. I'll explain in a minute what these are. There we go. So it's in B minor, so the first thing you need is a B minor chord. Simple, bar, yes, bar across the second fret, and then make that shape in front of the bar. So, you know, you've got your third finger, D string, 4th fret, fourth finger, G string, 4th fret, and second finger, B string, 3rd fret, and you strum from the A string downwards because the root of this chord is a B, it's B minor. Okay, there it is. So you go B minor, A major, yeah, D major. There's a little riff that runs up to it. How am I doing that physically? Let's have a look. Was it this? No, it can't be, otherwise how would I make the bar? So it must have been a kind of sneaky. Now there's an act to this. So I reckon I'm going, my thumb, look, my thumb on the A string is going down, up, down. Now I'm getting ready to pinch. I could do with the third camera really that's pointing this way at this hand because you can't really see actually. Sorry about this. But if you get into finger picking, you'll soon see what I mean. So you're picking E string, B string, and probably the G string. No, it can't be. Yeah, it is. Now, as soon as you've got to that point, you've got to let go of your left hand. You've got to make the A major shape, A string, whatever the rest of your fingers happen to be on. Okay, it doesn't really matter. Either one will do. And as soon as you've done that, so you're probably going to need to deaden the chord straight afterwards. And then D major. Phew. Sorry. Now, how did I play that D major? You can play it any way you want with this hand. I mean, I just physically do what's necessary at the time, you know. You can strum it with one finger. If you're really good at that kind of thing, you could maybe pick it. I'm useless at that kind of thing, so I'll go for a strum if I can. Or you could just pick with all three at the same time. I could do that. But it sounds like a strum to me. It feels like it wants to be strummed. Anyway, next bit, we're getting to the G. It's going to be the same. It's going to be like what we just did physically on those first three chords. We're going to use that physically as a template, and we're going to put that template over some different chords. in this case will be G major, D major again. But notice what I'm doing with my thumb. Can you see that? And it's really hard to keep track of 2 camera monitors at once. The F sharp on the D major. I'm completely hypnotised by the camera screen now. And then E major. All right, got that? Okay, all right. This hand, it's a finger picking job. If you can get the hang of this down, up, down business with your thumb, life gets a lot easier. Just sit there for a while, just doing that. And it's funny, you know, because I'm not deliberately driving my thumb across the string and pulling it up again. It's not that kind of a thing. I'm more like gravity's doing the work for me on the downstrokes. I'm sort of holding my thumb up in suspension and then letting go. And as I let go, it will fall into the finger that's directly underneath. It just falls, yeah, and that catches it, stops it from going any further. By the way, I am completely self-taught, so these tutorials come with a warning, which is that if you follow what I'm doing, you probably will pick up all the same bad habits that I've got, because I had to teach myself this stuff. Anyway. It's D, isn't it, with the F sharp bass note. I love that chord. I learnt that chord by listening to Rush when I was a kid. There was a song called The Trees. Oh, what a song. Check it out, check it out. What a song, what a band, what an everything, really. I mean, I just absolutely love it. So I won't play it now because it will probably cause a copyright strike on YouTube. But every time you see me play a D major with an F sharp, that's where that's coming from. And then we've got an E major. And then there's the... Now that's easy, isn't it? You just hold the chord. Let's get this in the right place with the camera. Get that little finger on the G string. Don't move anything else. Just add it on, 2nd fret. Pull it off. Yeah. You pull it off. So sorry, fret it. Pick up or down, however you want to do it. I'm going to pick up. Pull off to get that 2nd note, and then you've got D string, A string that follow it. And the trick is to get the strings to ring out nice and clear, which they don't always do. All right. Okay, now where did we get to? So that's kind of the verse, isn't it? So let's play the track. Oh, there's a D to E, sorry. Okay, the next bit is in C. What I call a C major, I play C major in different positions on the guitar because I'm self-taught. I don't know the correct names of all the versions of the chords, so I'll call it a C major when somebody else might call it C major, I don't know, add something else or something or other. But I apologise for that, and of course if anybody wants to tab this stuff or write the chords down who does know the correct chord names, then I salute you and thank you very much, because no doubt it would be of benefit to everybody. Anyway, where did I get to? C. So I know it goes between C major and D major. There's different ways to approach that. You can make this great big C major shape here, which is a fabulous chord, but I don't use it very often. So it's that C, but this third finger the fourth finger gets used so that you can use the third finger on the E string 3rd fret. You can play every single string, and it's lovely. And then if you want to, you can move it up 2 frets. Oh, and you get this D major, which is so beautiful and full and rich and lush. It's so nice. You play that on an electric guitar with a bit of echo and reverb on it, and it just makes the most wonderful, lovely, beautiful sounds. Anyway, the great thing about the chorus and alignment is that it's just doing that. A minor. So it's just going C, D, C, D, C, D, A minor, D, C. Let's check it out. You can hear the tailor in the background of it now. That A minor is played slightly differently as well. There it is. So that A minor that I said was played a bit differently is it's just that. You know, fret it however you want, however is more convenient for you, depending on what chords precede it or follow it. In this case, I'm using my last 2 fingers, and they're going on the D string and G string 5th fret, and I'm strumming from the A string downwards to get this beautiful A minor, whatever it is. Love that sound. Anyway, now you notice that I'm using my thumb here to deaden the E string. That means I don't have to accurately strum from the A string downwards. Go to the A minor now. When I'm recording and arranging these pieces, typically what I'll do, you'll have a sort of strummy acoustic track which you can hear, and then there'll be, you know, I'll probably record that twice, and then there'll be another guitar which might be the Spanish guitar, or it might be one of the electric guitars, and that will be put into the background of the track quite often, but its job is just to go and just let it ring, you know, and it covers the joins. It's like musical upholstery. They create a hem. You can't see the join, but you create these lovely big shimmery echoey kind of things. Let's have a listen. To B when it goes to C. We need to look at that in more detail, don't we? Sorry. No, it's going to do something different, isn't it? Oh yeah, this is a harpsichord bit. There's no guitar here at all. The guitarist gone off to the bar for a pint. However, if you want to play along with that bit, it sounds to me like I must have been playing a B flat major. Is that a major 7? I think it is, isn't it? Major 7. Or is it a straight? And then the arpeggiator kicks in. I think it's a straight major. And then we go. Yes. So, all right. So where were we? We were B flat. Da, 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 da. Oops. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Those are the chords. I swear it. Let's have a look. Try and call them out as I play them this time. Alright, this should be the B flat. B flat major, A minor, C major, G major, B flat major, E major thingamybobs, E major, A major, repeat. B flat major, A minor, C major, G major, B flat major, E major, A major. Now we're going to go into the verse. The things are important. You kind of have to, I'm going to pause that. You kind of have to, so your finger picking, which is hard enough as it is, to get that out, and then you've got to get a D major chord, but you've got to, what's the word? You're strumming it, but it's in a very kind of particular accented way. You know, because the whole add-on part for the game is about royalty, and it's sort of, I don't know, it's kind of like thinking royalty and pageantry and history and occasions and people sort of paying attention to things like that. And I was trying to express that with the way I was playing the chords. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm talking about really. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling, and that's how I expressed it through the guitar. I can't really put it into words. But it just feels differently to going. It just has a different feel to it, doesn't it? And you've got to catch it. You've got to catch it with this part of your hand. Or whatever part of your hand or anything else that does the job for you. Because you might be one of these amazing guitarists that can do it all in the fingertips. I wish I could do that. I've heard Spanish, classical and Spanish guitarists do it, and it's just wonderful to have that level of physical control over your instrument. To be able to do that with finger picking is incredible. I can't, so I have other ways. You can see what's going on there, can't you? D major, lay the little finger on, pull off, pick the B string, pick the G string. You can do that with one finger. The one finger just moves across the strings, yeah? I can't do it one-handedly. There we go. These three fingers, sometimes they're sitting on the body of the guitar to give me some kind of anchoring point physically. Sometimes they're floating. It just changes and varies. you've also got to get that in there as well. So it's, you probably only get as far as the B string, because by that point musically, along the timeline, this thumb's going to need to hit the. So again, if you're one of those fantastic people that can do it all with all fingers all at once, you could do that. You could play the G string and start that riff at the same time. So I can't. I don't think it matters really. Okay, so I'm waffling now, aren't I? And I need to think about what you guys might need to know next. All right. Okay, so there's a bit later on where there's some singing. There's me wailing over there in the vocal booth. And and then you get this strummy thing. It's just a different way of phrasing the same chords. Now, you might physically make the jump from B minor to A major like that, or if you can do it, you can just play it like that. But the danger with doing it that way is you'll hit this thin E string on the 2nd fret, which will ruin the chord. That's not the chord. That's the chord. But if you can strum as far as the B string with your pick or your fingernail or whatever you're doing, and go no further, then go for it. And that's it. So what did I leave out? Please tell me in the comments, and then I'll do another add-on to this video that goes into more detail on any bits that you want me to go into more detail on. I remember what I was going to do. I was going to show you the I was going to play it on the guitar I actually used on the recording, which is this one. Hang on, it's this one. Whew. Right, I'd always wanted an excuse to get a Spanish classical guitar, like a decent one, because you kind of need a decent one when you're going to record it in the studio and stuff. Although, you do you, don't you? It's debatable, but anyway, I got this one. This is a Ramirez, beautiful sounding thing, and in the hands of somebody that could play it properly, it would no doubt sound beautiful. But in my hands, it's slightly compromised because I'm not a classical player, so I kind of busk it. So I'm gonna just move this camera, because in honour of all of the proper classical players out there, I am at least going to put it across my left knee, not my right, because of course I play guitar like this, but classical players play it like that. As I discovered the other day when I was doing, I was recording some music for a different game, one that I can't talk about yet, but I can't wait to tell you about it because it's fabulous. And anyway, so what was I going to say? Yes, I couldn't get it to sound right, and physically playing it was hard. And then I suddenly thought, hang on a minute, what if I put it on this knee and put a footrest underneath my foot, and then suddenly I could play it. Anyway. There we go. And now that, it's so much more clearly defined on this instrument. Yeah, so there you go. That was the one that I used. Which one is it? It's a Ramirez. I can't read it. Which one it is? Which actual model it is? Anyway, it's not really that interesting, but I could always find out if you are interested. Good. All right. Thanks very much for sticking with me. I do hope that's of some help. If not, tell me. If it is, tell me. Great, thank you. But let me know what I missed out and anything else you want me to go into detail about. The Rimworld soundtrack's available to buy on Steam. The Rimworld add-on soundtrack's available to buy on Steam. And thank you to all who watch these videos. And now that I have this camera set up permanently in the corner of the studio, it's so much easier to do these videos. So yes, you can expect me to do more of them more often now than I was before. Take care. See you soon.